Hello, hello, it's Carrie, So Much Glitter. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so and turn on the notification bells so you know when I come out with new content. Today, I am going to be making my craft roulette card. So first of all, let's go over the parameters for that. I'm going to be looking on my phone to see what the parameters are. I use an older phone and I have to take much more steps because it's not an iPhone. So anyway, so we're going to be making a craft roulette card for episode 293. Today's the last day that I can do it. I have had zero time this week and I'm just like kind of on a time crunch for it anyway. But I really wanted to make one because I missed it last week because I was in Vegas. So the parameters are a bookbinding card. The colors are sandwich shop. The element is music. The random is raps or rapping. So I'm super excited for that. So I'm going to kind of set this off to the side. If you guys want to grab your favorite snack, your favorite drink, and come on in and let's sit around the craft table. It is super cold. I'm filming this after work and you're gonna laugh when I tell you it's super cold because I do live in San Diego. So it's not like super cold. Like some of you are watching from where it is like really super cold, but it's very, very chilly according to our standards. So it is under 60 degrees. It's wet, it's raining and it's dark out. So I have my tea, I have my sweatshirt on. Let's get into it. I do have a little bit of a haul with this craft roulette creation. I really wanted to use the music element, in a different way. And then I am going to use it, but my printer is not cooperating. It is not communicating with my laptop and I do not know why. So I will be doing a separate video for a Sweet Pea Curiosity music Christmas card. I do have my bookbinding bag over here with me. It does have a little bit of naughty words on it, so I'll keep that kind of off to the side, but a good friend gave me this when I was going through my divorce and I love it. It's so funny and it just makes so much sense. Okay, so Michaels has everything underway for Christmas. Everything is on sale. And I know I've done a little bit of a mini Michaels haul before with some of my Christmas things, but wait, there's more. So I purchased the vinyl die cut stickers last time with my last haul, but I just have it out in case if I want to use it. So I'm going to set it aside and I have my Tim Holtz Christmas and my paper on standby because 'tis the season. I was able to get some new paper pads and I had a rewards voucher that I needed to use. So, and I was on lunch break, and remember, Michael's is right across the street from my work. I think I've said this before, so it's like the most dangerous place to work. But if I have a time limit and I have only so much to spend, there's only so much damage I can do. But let me tell you, it was enough damage to cause damage. So what we're going to do is I'm going to try to slice all these open. Some of these things are not Christmas. Some of these things will be, in Santa's sleigh waiting to bring me down the chimney on Christmas Eve. But I did see some Holly Jolly vellum. I love 6x6 paper pads. I absolutely love them. So I kind of wanted to flip through this a little bit because I really, really love vellum. And, the wrapping, there's so much with the vellum and it just creates like a different element of crafting. So I'm going to quickly go through my haul because we want to get into my project because I have a little bit of a different project idea because Miss Biddy Penny did inspire me this week with her craft roulette card. And I thought, what a great idea. So it's going to be a Christmas card and it's going to be like a Christmas gift all in one. Super, super excited for that. Gingerbread anything, just like vintage Santa, I'm a sucker for. I love gingerbread. So I did get this 6x6 paper pad. I really like the weight of the Recollections. I really think that they've stepped up like their graphic game. Everything looks really more realistic and there's much more detail in it, and it doesn't look like it was just AI generated. So looks like artwork. I do like it. How they made it or not is not, you know, that's above my pay grade. I'm just here to use it and enjoy. But I like the way that it looks, and I like the way that it comes out. So instead of buying a 12 by 12 paper pack of that, I bought 12 by 12 paper pack of other things. Their Christmas paper is on sale right now, and they have special coupons in the app if you have an app. And then their other paper pads are BOGO. So it's buy one, get one 50% off. So this is the Recollections Christmas Noel. So let's quickly flip through this. More Santa, of course I had to get it. I'll show you why in just a second, why I bought this paper pad. I like that they're mixing a lot of the foil in with this. The ribbons, so cute. This is why I bought this paper pad. Santa's old-fashioned candy canes. And I hope that I am in frame. I cannot tell. I tried to zoom out a little bit before I filmed this because I noticed some of my videos are really zoomed in. So I have the camera a little bit above me. I want to frame this, do something with maybe a shadow box. Just super excited. So I do want to do that. I have that on the horizon. If I'm going to do that this year or not, I don't know. This is not double-sided, so that is kind of a bummer. But it's just more opportunity to use my printables and some of my other double-sided paper. But the card, look at this. I love this detail of like the Christmas sweater. The card that I'm going to be making today is going to be Christmas card, obviously. Look at this. Super, super cute. I could do something with a smaller shadow box frame. You know, Hobby Lobby has like the faux candy canes. I'm thinking like that and snow, or I don't know, like who knows. I do have to go to Hobby Lobby next week too because I cannot find bows anywhere. I normally buy a big box of bows at Costco. Tags, it's 'tis the season, everybody needs tags, but I have not found that in any of my local Costco's. Even my mom up in Washington State said, we have what you guys are lacking, but what you guys have, we don't have. So there's that. I don't know the method to Costco's madness right now, but my mom is closer to their headquarters than I am. So there's that. All righty. I want to get out a card base as well. So I have that as part of my Christmas haul. I absolutely told you I'm loving the vellum. This is going to be from Santa Claus or whatever. My daughter will be so excited when she finds this on her bed when she gets home from work. So Santa can bring it on Christmas Eve. Okay, let's see. Let's open this up. I know that defeats the purpose of a gift, but this is what we're doing because I really wanted to look through it because I really like vintage flowers as well. And I love the vellum. So this paper pack is just gorgeous. I love it. Lots of like, oh, I did kind of cut it, didn't I? Oh, well. Lots of like springtime stuff coming up. So excited. Can't believe we're looking ahead to spring of 2026 already, but we are, which means I'm a few months closer to getting my degree. I'm very, very excited. So that we just kind of flip back to here. It's a different color of where we started. And more vintage florals. Yes, yes, please. This is Club Velvet. I really liked, I was looking forward actually to there being some like a velvet type textured paper in here, but I don't think there is. I just think that there's velvet looking texture in here because, you know, Michaels lately has been doing different texture and more like 3D effects on their paper pads. So if you guys like a haul video, this is probably the right video for you. If you're here just for the craft roulette card, stand by. The crafting is going to commence very shortly. And I love these crowns. I've been watching a lot of Hallmark Christmas movies. That's very reminiscent of that. But I also love the TV show The Crown. So I just love this. Is dark and vintage looking for the florals. I don't know, just such a warm, cozy vibe and cheerful all at the same time. Like it's very very comforting, this paper pad. I love the colors. So we'll continue to flip through this pretty quickly. This is not double-sided either. So a lot of their 12 by 12s I noticed are not double-sided. This really is like a wallpaper. So that's really neat because it has like a wallpaper texture, like a worn texture. So here's where kind of the velvety, like the silky look comes in. Very 3D. Love this page. This is kind of what sold me on it because I was like, oh, that you could frame that, right? But I love the vintage flowers and I love the vintage flower colors. I have a few vintage flower coloring books from Barnes & Noble. Yep. Here's this. The crowns, the mini crowns. I just think that that is so cute. That'd be so perfect for a birthday, anything like that. Just a celebration. So here we go. This is more textured and foiled all at the same time. So that is exciting. And I do like this. And you could have something like if you're doing a layout, if you're scrapbooking, that can be centered up. This is like, you know, concrete, something in the garden. This is real, just like a in the garden. And what was this called? Club Velvet, right? But this is like a velvet garden. I just really like it. I love the cut aparts. This kind of, there is a lot of these pages, but they're good like accent pages. These are really neat. Wedding invitations. Here's the velvet. So it really stuck with the velvet theme. I was hoping they'd have more velvet in here, and I was hoping they'd have like velvet feel stuff, but I'm not mad at this. I really love this. Super excited to get my hands on this. I'll be playing with this probably over my Christmas break. I am taking a little bit of time off of work, so I will try to make more content. I will be going live on Sunday, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to be making a Wizard of Oz journal about my Wizard of Oz trip. So very excited about that. I have used this before in a previous video, but I really like it. So I do want to do a 5x7 card. Now, we need to look at the parameters again. And like I said, this older phone, we have to take extra steps. Let's look. Okay, bookbinding card. So instead of doing a bookbinding card, I'm going to do something a little bit different, but it's going to be bookbinding, so we're not worried. That's why I have my bookbinding kit off the side. Colors is Sandwich Shop, like, you know, red and green, tomato, lettuce. If we wanted to do off of like a Sandwich Shop logo, I know that you could do that, but you know, all the colors of that you would find in a sandwich shop, right? So that could be any of the Christmas colors. Element is music, and this is where I'm a little bit tripped up because I really wanted to use my music note fun paper from Sweet Pea Curiosities, but my printer's not cooperating. So I do need to figure that out, and I'm probably going to take time tomorrow after work to figure that out, but I do have homework as well. I always have homework. I don't remember if it was in this one for the music. I know wrapping would be in this one or the other one. See, there's Merry Christmas on here. So that can classify as my music because we wish you a Merry Christmas. It'd be like, you know, you're being sang Merry Christmas to. So let's kind of get a background. And then we're going to probably use some things from Tim Holtz as well and put together a card. Okay, so I had a special visitor. My son dropped off his laundry over here, so it kind of took my attention away for a few minutes, and now I am back. Okay, so I have decided that this is what I want to use for the front of the card. Now, for the music, it's Fa La 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 La, Peppermint Dreams, Festive Joy, Merry Moments. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use these two as the background, I believe. I believe I'm going to split the background in half, and then I'm going to use something fun with people maybe, or some focal point in the middle. Like, I know that there's like a frame or something that came in a lot of this Tim Holtz stuff, and I want to put maybe some people in it. I don't know. Let's just get to the front of the card first, and then we'll get to the papers that I want to put inside of it. And I think because I'm using bookbinding, a lot of the papers that I'm going to put inside of this card are not going to be real thick cardstock. I'm probably going to use paper from my paper book because it's a little bit more lightweight, and we can bookbind that in a 5x7 card easier. So what we're going to be doing is making a 5x7 journal card. And I want to put my bookbinding kit just behind me. So let's get that down. I know I only want to use the let's see, this part of it, but I believe like this little ruffle part goes with Santa Claus, but it might be here. I don't know if I want to fussy cut all that out though. Like, my eyeballs have kind of, it's been a really long week. My eyeballs have kind of had it, so, because that would be cute if, you know, you fussy cut that out and kind of could have added that to the bottom of this, but my eyes are probably not going to cooperate with that after the long week that we have had. It's been one crisis at work after another, so yeah. And I guess this doesn't matter. This is not real directional. If it were directional, I would have to be very careful about how I'm trimming it down. I am going to trim this down to 5x7, which I hope I just did. I hope I wasn't like, okay, yeah, I did. Okay, so this is going to be like the background. And then I wanted to either make this the top, like the snow was falling, so add this, or just cut it down and kind of meet in the middle on the card. So I'm not really sure how I want to do that. So what I'm going to do is just cut this down to 5x7 as well. I want to get some paper dolls from my Tim Holtz Christmas collection that I purchased this year. I did 7 first. Now I do 5. I'm all kind of discombobulated. Everyone's like, oh, mom's home. Like, let's go over there because she'll do our laundry, which normally is fine, but man, I've had a week. And that Christmas break, like, isn't coming fast enough, right? So anyway, so I don't know if like I want to make this like the first, like the top half of the card. I'm not really sure how I want to do that, or if I want to make this a pocket, which I think that's what I want to do. Or hold the phone, we could do this, make this the background and make this the pocket, which makes much more sense in the grand scheme of things. And put this on the front. And so then that's like, you know, there we go. That could be the wrapping if we get like a bow here as well, or we could use the wrapping. Let's see, I'm not sure how we want to do that. So let's do that. So let's look at the people here. This is the Tim Holtz Layers, the paper dolls. It's Christmas Noel. I just purchased this year with my Ranger order. There's no date on this, but I believe this is the new one because it has the peppermint sticks in it, and I really liked those. So let's kind of dump everything out off to the side. This is how my desk gets to be a mess. Oh, we have like a good old-fashioned Santa Claus there, don't we? But I really kind of wanted to use the paper dolls here, and I wanted to try to set up some sort of a scene. of some sort. Like nothing's like real written in stone here. But let's see. Make this the pocket, put this in and out, and I mean, we could do that. This could also be in the pocket. Let's just see. I like this too. May all the Christmas joys be yours. That's really neat, but I wanted to set up, I really love this one. It's just real simple and pretty. I don't think they'll fit that family. I know these little girls will fit, right? Just kind of leave those girls, and I could kind of put stuff behind them. Maybe if that's what we want to do. These girls are sitting down, so we kind of want some people that are standing up. That's super cute too. Like, that's really cute. I think the 3 kids is going to be too much. I love Tim. Oops. Here we go. We could do that. And then there's the wrapping, like on the front. I love this. I use this on my last card as well. That I created. That's on my Instagram. So I hope everyone's doing really good. I feel like I'm trying to rush through the video, which I don't mean to. But it's been that kind of week, man. It really, really has. So just like getting to the finish line at this point is the goal. And I want to submit my craft roulette. Like today is this is my last few hours of submitting. That would be cute behind them. I could kind of, but then I don't really have anything down there. But if these guys slip in and out of this pocket, they could just kind of be freestanding is what I'm thinking. And then I could put some pages in here, bookbind it. And then they are cute too. Like that's a cute, they take up more space in here. But he's carrying the skates, and I do not want to take away from that. So yeah, I think those kids are gonna be it. So I have these kids, both of the girls. These are super cute, these girls, super cute. I really like this because of like the little smirks. You have the little girl in a cute little dress, or the cute little jacket, and I just really like their little smirks. But I like these guys too. They're ready for the snow. And we have some snow falling behind us. Let's go for these girls. That seems, this is a frame that came with it too. That's super cute. I mean, we could do that. No, that would be taller. Okay. Okay, Carrie, you are overthinking it. Okay, so let's start off with that. Let's take the people away. I hope my mess isn't distracting you over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably glue these girls down, let them be a little bit more 3D, and set them down. So I'm going to get out the glue to kind of let that set. I did not put on my glue cap until I got home from work, and I have not used this glue in probably a few days. Almost a week, actually. I think it's been almost a week. I haven't had a whole lot of time for crafting and creating. So yeah, I've just been busy. Like, life has been busy. Okay, I centered them up the best I could. This is going to be like sliding in and out. I don't want to put a whole lot else on the background if this is going to be a pocket, right? If these girls are going to be pockets. So I'm wondering if like a different color bow. So this sandwich shop, I have lettuce, tomato, and mayo. Basically, that's what you find at a sandwich shop, right? I want to glue this on top. So let's do that while we're here. And has everybody started on their Christmas crafting? I know it's before Thanksgiving, so, but if you're a crafter like I am, you've probably been Christmas crafting since July. Like, let's just be honest. And I'm moving the camera with my bun. I apologize. I've been in meeting after meeting today, and my day started at 6:30, although I was the 7 a.m. supervisor on shift, but I started getting calls from community partners and all of that. Some clients' natural supports and things like that to help support them to like get started with their day at 6:30. And so when I was driving to work, that's kind of, I was like getting those calls, which gets very distracting. Like, let's be honest. So, you know, at a stoplight, like I was reading what was going on, and my day has just kind of been nonstop since. I was in a lot of meetings. I was able to catch up on a little bit of YouTube because I did take a lunch today. Thank goodness. That doesn't always happen. Quickly in my car because I needed some quiet time. I was not going to be doing that at my desk. I needed quiet time. So this is cut a little bit bigger than a 5x7. That's the only gripe I have about this this paper trimmer is I'm not measuring exactly. I had a Fiskars where it had that clear little window and that like little string to where you could see. I really do like that, and I kind of miss it, but that Fiskars was not cutting properly, and then it started cutting crooked. So okay, I don't want the pocket to be too big, but I don't want it to be too small either. So this is kind of setting the tone for my bookbinding card and what this is going to be. Honestly, this is the 5 part. Let's just trim it down to 5. And see, I have another pocket for inside the journal if that's what I decide to do. I'm not going to be, oh, that's too long, obviously. I'm not going to be decorating the whole inside of the journal during this video. I'm going to be doing that probably separately. If I can get my live to work, maybe I'll finish it there. I'm hoping I can have my orientation correct and everything. That was my issue last time. Let's not put those sweet little girls in with the trash over here. That's just, I was piling everything up on the side of me. I really hope you can see me and that I'm in frame. I can't really tell, but I believe I am. Was my orientation was wrong, and I put horizontal, I believe, orientation for my live, but my phone was locked in portrait, and I completely forgot about that because that's how I have it. So every single time like I turn my phone or I do something and I'm on it and like I'm moving around or something, it's not changing on me. But I have changed that now, and that's just how it's been. So I'm hoping, like, if you have any advice out there, but I'm hoping that's how it will work out. And then this is the pocket. So these girls are just going to slide in and out of here. And I kind of think it's fun. Like, it gives them like a real like a 3D kind of look. Okay, we could do that. We could. I really, really like it. Is there any bows in here? Not the kind that I want to use. I also have from a previous live that I did, I have one of these, and I could put that here, and that could kind of be the wrapping, but I wanted to make it look a little bit more like this was the wrapping, and I think I like this the best. But let's bring out the wrapping from here, the vellum. That's maybe going to be the wrong color scheme because that's more of a pink. I think this is going to go with the other. Like, look at this. Like, how can you not? I love it. I was thinking maybe the wrapping from here, Like I could kind of put this in with this, but that doesn't really match. I mean, I guess it could. I don't like it, so we're not gonna do it. There's that. I don't like it. Let's pop this up, right? Let's give this a real effect. Let's get out some tape. And then we can go through our paper and decide what we want to do for the inside of the cards. And this is just kind of how I'm doing it. We're winging it tonight. Have you just had one of those weeks where you're just done, right? You're just done. Well, thank goodness it's Thursday. It's Friday Eve, and I needed to kind of be doing my homework throughout the week. I've just not had time. I'm on call as well. So if we start hearing a phone ring in the background, I'll have to pause it, answer the on call, and then come back. Which is very possible. So there is that. Okay, I just want to pop that up. So it's like we have a fun little pocket right here. We could write a note on the back of here. I could have put up a little piece of paper on the back, but I think that would distract from the scene that I want, because I picked these lovely little girls because they're all ready and bundled up for the snow. And then a Merry Christmas. So fa la 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 la, Merry Christmas. I know this says peppermint over here, but that goes with the color scheme, okay? And look at what I did. I completely decorated the back of the card. Isn't that so nice? Because I'm in such a distracted mode. That's what I did. So that's really exciting. So that could be the back of the card, and now we need to decorate the front of the card. I can't believe I just did that. Well, see, we all make mistakes in crafting. So what I'm gonna do to make this a full journal, because if you wanna put some like Christmas photos or whatever in here, that is going to cue you into, that's what you could do there. We're going to kind of decorate the front of it. Now we have the front of it. I haven't done that in forever. I can't believe I did that. We are going to decorate the front of it the same way that we are decorating the back, because we're going to be samey here. So oops, is this already a 7? No. So we have one complete journal. So it kind of will just be like a forever kind of journal, you know? That's just what we're going with. I'm gonna go with the mistake that I made. I don't edit these videos very well because I'm not like the editing queen. This is completely my self-care. So, you know, as Tim Holtz would say, don't freak your freak. And if you too have made this mistake before, do not feel like you have to throw out a whole project. I have done this before, and I have thrown out full projects because I'm like, no, it's not perfect how I wanted it. You know, perfection is an illusion, and you could just go with it. You could just decorate both sides of the card, and you know, it's just going to be a fun little experience for somebody flipping through it. So do not feel like you have to ruin a whole project basically, or waste any of your paper because you made a mistake. No one's going to know that I made this mistake. You know why? Because now I'm making it look intentional. They're just going to be like, wow, that's like a different way to kind of think about that, right? Or they'll be like, oh, wow, I've never seen that before. That's fun. Just, you know, go with it. Go with it. It's improv. It's crafting improv today on our craft roulette card. There's no worries. No worries. Okay, so let's do the 5 here. Using up this paper pad that I purchased at Michael's. Very excited. Like I said, I don't know if well, here, now we have kind of a guide, right? So we have kind of a guide right there. My camera is going off on my watch. So we're just gonna put this at the top. And this is gonna be a full experience bookbinding card. So we're making a 5x7 card journal is what we're doing. I'm trying to articulate myself with all my thoughts at the same time. I'm sipping over here on my Trader Joe's tea. It should be peppermint tea, but it is in my peppermint cup, so that counts. It is their Harvest, I don't know, Harvest Spice Tea. It's really good. I like to sip on it like in the, because it's like an herbal tea. I like to sip on it like in the evening or whatever before I go to bed. Or okay, so we marked this spot, so it's going to be very similar to the front. So there's going to be a little bit of uniform to it, which is nice. So it's going to be like a complete book. This card is a gift. So this video might be a little bit longer than my other videos. So I hope you hang in there and let me know that you made it all the way through. And you know, how do you manage when you make mistakes on your cards, right? Like, how do you manage that? Do you throw everything away and you're just like all is lost in love and crafting? What do you do? Let me know. And I'm going to put this up in the gallery tonight. I know I have until 10 p.m. my time. It is 6 o'clock now. I tell you what, it feels like 10 p.m. It really, really does. Feeling like 10 p.m. And I got some like really weird news professionally, like with a phone call with the, oops, we don't want that. So this is where there we go. Because we don't want it to be right on top. So what I'm going to do is get out my mono eraser because I don't want this pencil mark to be shown. I was trying to cover it up, but I have this mono eraser and it's pretty good. It's not the mono sand eraser. This is like a mono art eraser. It's just a plastic eraser. It erases pencil pretty good. The mono sand would take off because that's meant to take off ink. So there we go. So for the bookbinding part, I don't know. No, I didn't really think ahead. This is me today. If binding this card, like if I kind of got in the way of that. We're going with it. We are going with it. Now I do not have exactly a frame as we had before, but no worries, no worries. We can have something similar and, you know, we can tuck notes behind here, pictures, whatever. So we could put these little lovelies in here, but what I'm probably going to do is pick some adults because they're a little bit taller. She just does not look happy looking at him, does she? He must have done what my son did and brought the laundry over to his mom's house. Like, she wasn't happy. No, that's not an issue, actually. It's just a joke. I'm helping them out. So I love, oh, look at these cuties. Love, love. See, I want to use these guys. They're fun. They have very serious looks on their face, but he looks like he's trying to smile. They're very tall. Kind of looking for tall. 3 people might be too much. These guys might be okay just because they're so tall is what I was thinking. I love the Tim Holtz, the paper dolls. I just thought a couple would be fun. She's fun. They're all fun. This is a lot of fun. Love that. Oh my goodness. Now I'm dropping things. They're sitting on something. He's fun. He's very serious, like the drummer boy. That would be fun to like kind of, well, that's kind of fun too. I don't know. It's all fun. Oh, we have a whole family here. I think the frame might be too, like we're cutting people off here. Okay. So I dropped a paper doll. I could do these guys, like these could, you know, be the family of the girls on the back, like the mom and dad are here and the girls are in the back playing in the snow. We could do that, we could. Or we could have him, he's going to sing you a song because of the fa la 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 la. So that's music, he's music. Got ding, 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 found a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Okay, so I am going to glue him right on his ankles of his pant leg. And maybe a little bit up. I don't know how much. Anyway, so I did get some weird, like, professional news. Not really necessarily for me, just lots of changes are coming. And, oops, so I did that. There we go. It could be good for me. I mean, it could be an opportunity. I don't know if it will be. I don't know if I want it to be, but it's definitely an opportunity for somebody I work very close with and they want it to be, so that's nice. But maybe not great for where I am, so I don't know. It's just like weird. It's like, oh, like things are happening and people are making moves, you know? So life is funny. It changes really fast and in, you know, fun ways. I'm gonna let this set up for just a second. Let me look for another bow. Life just moves. Like when stuff, you know, life is fun. Life is just, I don't know if I have another bow. I might be out of the bow. Darn it. But I have the bow in the back. I mean, that's fun. I could do that. Pop that up. And then we have this on the back, so it's just a little bit, that might be fun. I tell you, I have used, if I keep this on my desk, the more I use it. I really like that aspect because there's so much in here to do. I really love those bows, but I used a lot of them on my last card. So, and I don't think I have any, I don't think there's any bows in here either. I just love these bows. Yeah, I don't think. Okay. Oh, wait. I spoke too soon. Okay, perfect. I just wanted it to look like that, but I kind of like that too. That might be too big. We got this. We got this. Okay. Let's see. This is already cut. That's weird. There we go. It's like part of the die cut, the paper. Okay. Okay, that's what we'll do. Well, are some of you finished with your Christmas cards? Have you finished? Like, I know there are some of you. I absolutely know there are. Because there's some people are just probably finished in Christmas in July, which is amazing. But I'm not one of those people. I honestly haven't even started like on Christmas cards that I'm sending out. I'm going to be very, I don't know how to put it, like very frugal on how I'm sending out Christmas cards because the price of stamps are so expensive. It's almost $1 to send one thing out. So that's a gift. So I want to put like more thought into my Christmas cards this year. So there's that. Okay. Here we go. I was trying to minimize that being seen as much as possible. Might just be easier to get on my cutter bees, but I'm stubborn and I do not want to use my cutter bee scissors for anything other than paper. So that is just kind of gonna bother me a little bit. What I might do is go get a red gel pen. Okay, so what I did is I went and got my red gel pen, and then I kind of just colored what was being seen a little bit, so because I couldn't cut that down with the red, so it distracts. I just have a Cricut gel pen right next to me is what I used. Oops, we have our drummer boy over here drying. I do need to cut off his feet. Oops, I have stuff stuck over here, and I need to get out the alcohol wipes. Okay, so we have him. He's not as sturdy as the kids were in here. There is that. But he's still in here, and he's kind of popping up, right? So we have that going. We're opening up, and then we have the kids here in the back. And so that's just going to prompt somebody. We could write a note, like I said before, put some fun pictures in here, but this is going to be like a full bookbinding card. Okay, let me set this aside, because now I've crafted myself into like a little area, which is very, why not? It's very much like me. Why wouldn't I do that? Let me take a sip of my tea and give you guys a moment to gather your supplies if you're crafting along with me to do this 5x7 bookbinding card. You can choose what kind of papers you want to do for the inside. I am going to use from my paper because I think the Recollections, it's just going to make it too thick. Because what if I do want to mail it? I need to get like a bubble mailer. Either way, I probably need to get a, excuse me, a bubble mailer. Oh, our little guy. Oh no, we have like Christmas Noel kids going everywhere. But let's get some paper in here. Oh, this is very like, I like this. And I'm probably only gonna do like 3 sheets because we don't want it to be too thick. This is like copy weight paper, if you can see. I just love these books. We could do this. I'm going to do this too because we want to write some of our Christmas memories down. Oh, we could do it twice, couldn't we? Let's see. Let's see. Oh, I like this. Oh, this is fun because we have the kids. Baby, it's cold outside. Okay, let's just not overthink this. I've taken up enough of your time. You have lots of choices here. I like this. And let's just kick back and create stuff together. That's what I like about crafting and the crafty community and using crafting as self-care. Like, there doesn't need to be much pressure about it. Although I know I'm kind of like, let's get my video posted and into the gallery before 10 o'clock. It will be way before 10. My bedtime is way before 10. My bedtime's like 8:30. Especially if I'm getting up at like 5 in the morning. And I want to read a little bit of my book. So I turn everything off at like 9:30. Okay. Let's just fold this in half because a lot of this is directional. I normally am kind of fussy with the paper books about you being able to see the perforated edges. Okay, so this is going to kind of just be a, well, maybe it doesn't have to be though. I didn't have to fold it. You know what? I did it. That's what I'm doing. It's just going to kind of be, well, I don't know if that's what I want to do though. Hold on. Hold on here. Hold the phone. I think it's just the nature of this. If I were to fold it like this, but this is directional. So there is that. And normally with the journal, this doesn't matter. When I'm making a junk journal, I like everything a little bit mismatched and I like everything different sizes. Right? So you have like a variety within the journal. That's nice how you can have that. I'm probably going to add another sheet of paper because this is directional as well. So we can have two, like this will be in the center, and then another one like this. So here we go. Yeah, we'll kind of look towards the back of the book now. Oops. And see what we want to do. This is fun. That's directional too, though. So let's try to pick something that's a little bit less directional. Paper, paper, paper. Are you going to come through with some less directional paper? It might not. Like this would be nice, but the back of that was very directional. This is fun. That's directional. I'm trying to get away from that a little bit, just so we have something. I don't know. This is fun too. Oops. She's pretty directional. Look at those cookies, look good, don't they? Like, it's all in the moment. This is crafting. Oh, here we go. Let's do that. First non-directional one I find is what I'm using. Try to put this out of the way. And then we can have this. Okay, perfect. Okay. I like this on as the first one. Very Christmassy. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and tuck these into each other and then put this in the middle. And I'm just going to put this right here. Trim it down, and then we are probably going to be good to go. Okay. I should not do what I'm doing because this is against my better judgment, because I normally do not cut everything straight. But as you can see, we already have the parameters met on the outside of the card. We have, it's going to be a bookbinding card. We have the sandwich shop. We have the music. We have the wrapping. Okay. And we have that on all sides, really. Okay, so this needs to be cut down to 5. I'm going to do a little less than 5 because this is going to be like a book. So let's go down to, we're going to make this just so the book will close. So we have 4 3/4. And then let's slip this inside and see how that is going to, this is too long. I did not think of that. So I'm not thinking of a lot today. You know why? Because I thought so much at work. And then I got that phone call after work and I was like, wow, really? Congratulations. That's so exciting. And so we'll do 6 3/4. So, but they're like, yeah, like this, you know, could be something for you too. And I was like, oh, I'm so involved in trying to like finish school and like, you know, wonder when I get to see my grandson, stuff like that. I was like, oh, you know, I didn't even think of that. I just, you know, celebrating something with somebody, and I don't always have to think about like, oh, that's an opportunity. That's not how I work sometimes. But then other times it is, so I don't know. But, you know, I like to celebrate my friends and their successes and all of that stuff first. I need to probably just get regular paper clips, and I have regular paper clips over here to bookbind this. So let's just get regular paper clips. I do not need to get my jumbos. I do not need to get any big clips. This is just fairly thin. I do want to hold it in place though, so I am going to put as many down as I need to make that happen. And I'm going to try to put some as close to the spine as I can. This isn't a real spine, right? Like this is a card. So I'm hoping that this works out well because, you know, Bitty Penny's kind of an expert and it worked out well for her, but I am not quite the expert. Okay. we want to get some vintage type thread. And I have several options here, and I believe this is the one I want. The last one that I pick is what I want. Okay. And I'm going to set my naughty little bag off to the side that I love. Here is, oops, I need to get this, my awl out first. I need to start punching some holes. I'm not measuring. If you measure, more power to you. I admire you. I'm just like, oops, that's in the middle. That's what I'm doing. That's in the end. That's 1, 2 lines. So secretly I'm measuring, pretending like I'm not, I guess, because the lines were in the paper. But some people really like to measure to get everything very even. I don't necessarily measure a whole lot. I mean, so I'm just going to measure this up the 3 lengths because that's what I'm used to doing. So I'm going to get my all-purpose scissors. They're all-purpose, you can tell, because now they're not really cutting everything. Should have just got my ribbon scissors. And I'm just going to thread this through. I have my glasses on so I can see. Oops, it's splitting. The thread is splitting. I'm gonna get my fabric scissors out. There we go. Much, much easier. This is why I have scissors for everything. I always use my biggest, okay, that's not gonna work. I always use my biggest needle because it's easy to thread through, but I do have my glasses on, so that's helpful. Okay, have you submitted your Craft Roulette card? I'm pretty sure you have. Did you submit a card this week? Did you not? I'm gonna look for yours in the gallery. Comment below if you did, and I will go look for yours in the gallery. Okay, I'm gonna start on the inside because I wanna end on the inside because I want to try to tie a bow. I wanna try. Okay, and I'm just gonna stick this right through here, as taut as I can, maybe a little bit more, and then go through there, and there we go. Kind of get that, and without trying to rip it. So this is where me using pretty thick cardstock for my my card bases comes in handy with this kind of card. I didn't like do that on purpose. This was just from my stash of where we, so I could do one big bow is what I could do. That's what I was going to try to do. But sometimes it gets a little bit fussy for me because my fingers are not that small. So that's not, and it's fine if it just ends up being a knot. Which is, I think that's where we're going with this because it's a little bit not enough. My goodness. Okay, and even that didn't end up in the knot completely, but no worries. We could put like little jingle jangles on the end if that's what you choose to do. I'm not choosing to do that. Okay. I'm just leaving it. Okay. My Five Below haul that I did not too long ago with those paper clips came in handy. My daughter's going to be happy to know that I used something that I bought at Five Below. Right? Everybody's happy. Okay. One long video to get one fun project. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let's flip through it. I'm not going to be making pockets and bulking this up or doing any of that. I might actually do a few stickers and we kind of finish up that way. But here's the front of the card, fa la 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 la. So let's get out the phone. Because this is a Craft Roulette card. So let's get the parameters down. I know I just said them. It's fun being in perimenopause when you can't remember everything. So we have the project is the bookbinding card. We made a 5x7 journal card. We bound it like a book. Colors are Sandwich Shop. We have tomato, lettuce, and mayo. Element is music. We have the drummer boy playing our music, and then fa la 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 la, the kids are singing in the background. And we have wraps or wrapping. And that is the bow making this look like wrapping paper. So, because this is a gift. So we're gonna open it. And we have so much space in here to write our message. That white space is gonna bother me. It is, I'm not gonna lie. So let's do our finishing touches. And then we have our pages in here and more junk journal style. Not everything is samey and very uniform. But here we are. So let me get out some brushed corduroy. You know, all this white space may not bother anybody at all, except for me. I don't know why it does. It's just, it does. It's too stark white for me. So if I used a different color cardstock, it probably wouldn't bother me as much, to be honest. I was looking to make sure it was even, but I have used different color cardstock cards, and I do like it. Like I like using like craft and gray, and I like using black for like my Halloween creations. But I think that the ivory and the white is like so versatile. It's just a good, like it's a good border, you know, if you do want like that border around it. And sometimes I do. I just don't like all of the white space. I think it is a little bit uneven, but I'm not gonna freak my freak. It's gonna be good. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you comment below that you submitted your card on Craft Roulette with your name. I can go look for you. And I hope that you enjoyed my oopsie daisy, but now we don't even know. Nobody even knows. Sometimes I probably would have like panicked, and you could get a ribbon to tie around this, which might be kind of fun for to close it. I'm not really gonna do that because I could though use this to tie around it, and I could do that like double time. Let's do, there we go. We'll do that. And I was gonna get maybe like a few stickers here or there. I think I might just leave it. I think I'm just gonna like keep it simple, and we don't need to like decorate the inside a whole lot. We could do this to tie it. And this, you know, what would be really good for this is a, oops, now I'm already getting, I'm already off. Like, there we go. And we can tie it like this. This might be kind of fussy for whomever you're giving it to, right? Like they don't want to keep, I don't know. I'm not sure I'm going to do that because I think if they keep, like if we keep doing that, it's going to cut into the paper. Now I'm thinking about that. I don't want to do that. I think I'm going to leave it like this. I'm just going to leave it. They want to, you know what? I'm not just going to leave it. I have some chiffon ribbon. Stand by. Because I cannot leave well enough alone. I have some chiffon ribbon. I have it in green, which I think would be a fun accent, and tie it that way. Because if we do give this as a gift, or if we're selling it at a craft fair, I'm not doing that. I do know that Biddy Penny mentioned these sell really, really well at craft fairs. So if that's your gig, you know, do that. But that's not really like my jam because I don't have time for that. Because you have to put a lot into a craft fair, and that's not like where I'm at this point in my life, but so we could tie it shut. So if people like really want to fill this up, they could tie it closed. And so it would be more secure. And we could leave it like that. I hope you guys had a fabulous time watching my video. I hope you remember to take time for some self-care. I hope you remember any crafty mistake is just a crafty opportunity, because we have a full 5x7 card that is a journal. So this is our craft roulette submission. I will post it into the gallery. I will post this video into the gallery, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week and take time out for yourselves and slow down. I'm really glad I took this time to kind of slow down. Okay, I hope you guys have a great day for like the 5th time. Bye.